Ciao world. There's something strange happening on my UT61D. AC reading are wired and I don't know why. So I have opened it, and what I found is that there are three components that seems corroded, like this one that is marked as R9, but it seems to have a SOT23 package. Then there's a resistor here, and then another resistor here that is corroded. So at first let's check if I found schematic online and check what if I found what's wrong with this. Okay, I show you what I found. I found that under that component here that seems to be a transistor, I don't know, there was effectively the R9 resistor. That component was soldered like so, maybe as a diode, and I don't know. Let's find if I found something. Okay, that happens to be an high-speed switching diode. I've soldered it back again, and I've cleaned also the other resistor and soldered it again. Let's see if it works. Maybe. I hope so. I think that I found what's the problem, and I've repaired this meter, and as you see now it reads almost 12 volts out from this transformer here that is 12 volts. And what I've done is replace the AD737 IC, but I have no luck replacing this. The misreading happens again. I've replaced this chip, but it's a long story because I have ordered a couple and from a seller, and they sent me the wrong chip. Then I order then the seller sent me those chip again, but those chip are fake, so the meter doesn't work. So I have ordered a couple more from a reputable seller, and this time I've replaced the chip of this meter with the new one. But after a couple of hours I have readings that are wrong again. So I have noticed that when I solder this, things goes okay. So, and I have noticed also that just breathing on top of the circuit, or even on the back of the circuit, helps, and the readings goes okay for 1 or 2 hours. So I think that was a resistance, maybe a resistance of the op-amp amplifier, of the internal AD737 pump amplifier that forms the gain the gain stage. And I have checked all the resistors, but they are all okay. But then it comes to my mind that if the voltage goes down and the readings are not okay after a few times, it's not a resistor, because the resistor went to the ambient temperature after, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. But there's something that involves something more chemical, because the reading stays okay for 2 or 3 hours, so it must be a electrolytic. And I start replacing a couple of electrolytics, and finally I found the guilty one. That was the one on top of the power rail circuit. And by the way, I have changed all the electrolytics for the true valid rectification, and now it works. As you see, it works. It was a long story because of the fake AD737 and because it's not so simple to desolder and solder electrolytics and to find this what's wrong, but now it works.